Hello friends, welcome to TechnoPoints. This video is a part of Kotlin Tutorial Series, and in this video we are going to cover some more topics about Kotlin. In this video we are going to cover what is function in Kotlin, how to write a function, what is the syntax of function, and one concept named as higher order functions, what that mean, and how to implement that code in code level, and also we'll be seeing const while in Kotlin. We'll get started. So here I'm in the IntelliJ IDEA, our ID for Kotlin development, and let's discuss about function. So this is the one function main. That is the main function from which the program flow starts executing in Kotlin language. So here we also, as other languages give us the capability to create our own function, Kotlin do. So here we can create some function preceded by fun function, and we can give it any name like print hello, and under this bracket we can write any statement like print, and it will print hello. So that is a simple function. But how to take parameters from function, how to uh, send parameters, so we'll see that. We are going to declare some parameter here which will be of type string, so that it should receive some string value and then pass it to the print function so that it will be get printed to the console. Let's say this is a message G. Here we have to write message and it will be of type string. This will be message and this message will be printed by this print function, and we are going to call this function from main function print hello, and we'll be passing value else hello, and after executing this we should get the output as hello. Yeah, we got the output as hello. Now let's say this function had to return something, then we have to declare the return type for that. In the Java we write return type here. Let's say this function returns some string, then we write here, but in Kotlin here it is not allowed, it has some different syntax. We generally declare it here, the return type will be declared here. This means that this function is accepting one parameter that is of type string. It is returning some data of type that is string. So we are printing the message and we are again returning the message. So we can use the return statement here, return, and the same message we will return from this function, return message, and we can receive that parameter here. Whatever the value it has been said, we can receive here, value from function. So if we hover this, we get data type as string, because this function is going to return a data type that will be of string value. Let's try some simple function like addition of two numbers. Function add will take two parameters, one will be e, both will be of integer type, and if you have multiple parameters, then we can just separate them by commas, and it will return a sum that will be of also integer as well. So in this function we will just return a plus b, that will be of integer value, and the function doesn't give any error. Let me rub this as well, and let me print add, and let's say I have to add 5 and 6, and let me run the program. It will give output as 11. Yeah, we have got the output as 11. Well, this is a very simple concept. It is just a very simple function like other languages. I just wanted to elaborate the syntax of the function, how we write that in Kotlin. But there is some different concept related to function in the Kotlin. That is, in any language, we have the authority of sending only one value in the from the function. So here we can send only one value as an integer here, or we can also send array or list. But Kotlin has some special data type through which we can send two values at a time. That data type is a pair. So let's say this function accepts two parameters and it performs both addition and multiplication of the two numbers. So we'll rename this function as add multiply, and we are accepting two integers, and addition. Here in this variable we'll store the result of this addition of a and b, and in the same thing we'll do for multiplication. We'll perform multiplication of this a and b. So we have these two values. So how to send these two values to the calling function? Well, we have data type as a pair. We can write pair, and we can just include here addition and multiplication. Here we are passing up, we are returning the pair data type, so we have to change it here as well. Write it here as a pair, and we have to give the data type explicitly, like it will be one integer and another will be integer as well. These data types can be different as well, like you can take one integer, one string, and anything you want. You can it is not necessary that both data types should be similar, they can be different. So here no error, it is no longer showing any errors. Now how to access that? So we are calling here function add and multiply and passing two values 5 and 6. Okay, we are getting the result, but how to access? Just put a dot on this function. So we are getting first and second. If we click on first, it will choose the first element and will show addition, and it will choose second, and then it will choose the second result and it will show us multiplication. What we did here, we collected the result of this function in some result variable val result, and we now printed. We now have to print both of the values. So here I written addition, and here the result dot first, so that it should give first the result whatever the pair it has sent by this function, and in the multiplication it will access the second variable which is sent by this function. So let's try printing this out and see if it gets the correct output. Okay, so it is giving correct. Addition is 11 and multiplication is 30. So this is the new thing which comes in Kotlin. If we want to send two, if we want to return two values at from the same function. Now that is about how to declare and deal with functions in Kotlin. Now Kotlin has another uh, topic, that is higher order function. That Kotlin has the unique ability to pass whole function as an argument to another function and vice versa, and the function which is implementing this functionality, they are known as higher order functions. So let's try to understand how to do it in code level. So in this function we have this print statement here. So we'll create another function for printing, and we'll pass that function as a third parameter to this add multiply, and this add multiply will call that function to print the whatever message we have to print. Here instead of returning something, we will collect the result, val result. So this result variable has this, and then we'll cut this line from here and paste it here. Okay, now it will directly print, but we don't want that. Instead, we'll just create a message of this string val message. This will be a message, and just like we declare any variable like val a equal to 5, a equal to 4, like we declare this variable 4, assign this variable a and assign value 4 to a, we can also declare some function like print result, and we can directly assign a function to it, like in the curly braces we can directly write function code. Here we will write print, and it will have the message which will be of type string, and we have to declare the type explicitly. Data type as message we can decline here message of type string, and we don't need this here, and we'll see, we'll put this arrow, and following will be function body. All of the parameters which we have to pass, we can declare here by comma separating, and then we can pass write the actual code of the function, what the function will do. And now this is the function. If we hover here, it will show a data type. This is a function that will accept string parameter and has no parameter, and it is saying unit. So one important thing to note here is that if the function don't return anything, then it has by default unit data type. Like we write void in Java, we don't have to write anything. By default, it assumes it as unit. Like this function doesn't return anything, then we can also return it unit here. By default, unit is by default Kotlin does it for us, and we can remove this unit. We don't need the explicit declaration. Now what we'll do, we'll pass this wolf function as the third argument to this add multiply function. So we can just add this function, print a message as a print result as a third parameter, and it is giving an error because it want here it to be declared. So we can just control alt here and add a parameter function to add multiply. We'll enter this one, and we can see here the third parameter is added as a function in the add multiply function. It uses the same name, print result, and it is of type string, and it is not returning anything, that's why it is unit. So we can separate, we can write another name. So let's put one, print result 1, and here we'll say print result 1, and we'll pass this message to this. And so here we are not accessing this directly. Instead, what we have done, we have written this and multiply function. Here we have passed values of a and b, 5 and 6, and we have written the same like that. It is not like different. If we thought the same with the same process, then it will be easier for us to understand. This is a separate function, and this function we have collected it in this variable print result, and we are simply passing this variable. Just like we passed 5 and 6 as the values of a and b, we passed print result as a value of print result 1, and this function came here. And if and we done all our code in the add multiply, and we have also collected the message. So we are to print the message, so we are not explicitly printing. So instead, we are calling this function, whatever the function we have reset here, we are just sending this value of message, this string value, to this function. Then this function will go here, and it will execute whatever the code written here, that it will print the message. Let's try running this application and see if it is meeting our expectations. Yes, it is showing addition 11, multiplication 30. So it is giving the same output as previous, but the approach we have used here is different. So we can say that add multiply here is a higher order function because it is accepting function as an argument. Now third and very small thing is remaining, that is const val. Just like we write the string constants in Java to be accessed from anywhere, we write public static final string, and we assign some value to it so that it should be globally accessible across all our project. So just like that, we have here const as a keyword to do that same thing, and it should be outside any class. It can be in any file, so and it will be globally accessible. Here we can just write const val, and we'll write constant value equal to, let's say it is an integer value, is 100. So we can access it anywhere, anytime we want, and we can access the value anywhere we want. Just like in the Android, we use shared preferences. So if and we have to be careful about whatever the key we have put for some value. So we can use this to store and access the things globally. We can access it anywhere, like constant value here, just like this one, and we can use it. Here it is showing an error, but let's not give attention to it. We can resolve the error because it is a string parameter and we are passing this integer. So this is the use of const val. So that's it for this video. We have seen how to declare and define function in Kotlin. We have seen an important concept, that is higher order function in Kotlin, and we have also seen just a small concept like a const val in this video. So that's it for this video. I hope whatever we have discussed things in this video, I hope that's clear to you, and if not, you can ask by putting your comment below. I'll try my best to answer. If you like this video, then click on like and do not forget to subscribe Technopoint for such videos, and we'll meet in next tutorial. Till then, goodbye, happy coding.